McNair gives it to George, running right up the middle. Touchdown! Titans! There are no flags on the field! It's a miracle!
Safety, now you're one-on-one with it.
Shows why he's the man! In trouble. Sack!
Ladies and gentlemen, Titan Nation, welcome back. Today we're going to be discussing our fourth round pick, and who better to explain our fourth round pick with the great Jim Wyatt. How you doing, Jim?
I'm doing great, Alex. Hope you're doing well.
Pretty good, man. Let's talk about this. Let's talk a little bit about our fourth round pick. Talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about Elic Ayomanor is, I believe, how you pronounce it. I've seen it pronounced a lot of different ways. I'm sure we'll have it down pat by the time the season starts. He's kind of kidded himself. He's heard it pronounced a lot of different ways. He's from Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada, which is unique. I mean, his background is unlike probably any guy that I've seen come in the building here. And he played hockey when he was a kid, and grew up in an area that wasn't big on football. He actually came to Vanderbilt on a college visit back when he was coming out of high school. Ended up going to Stanford. Had a great finish to his career at Stanford, including a game against Colorado where he was matched up against Travis Hunter a lot and got the best of Travis Hunter that day. So I was curious about him after seeing some of his tape and after he was picked, and was looking forward to seeing him at the rookie minicamp. Probably was looking forward to seeing him the most, right behind Cam Ward. And I was impressed with him. I mean, he looks the part. He's explosive. He's big, looks fast. I think he's a guy that can go up and get the football in one-on-one situations. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guarantee you he's going to be a great player based off what I saw in a rookie minicamp, whether in shorts and T-shirts, and really it wasn't a competitive practice either day. It was more getting these guys up to speed with technique and getting them acclimated and learning the playbook. And he was out there on the field with the veterans today. But good first impression. Certainly him and Chimere, DK, both those guys. Xavier Restrepo for that matter. All those guys. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and they're going to have to be able to prove they can do it. In OTAs, mini camp, training camp, preseason games, joint practices. This is just the start of it, but I like what I saw from him at the start.
Definitely. And you said what would be his strongest suit compared to things that he has to clean up still in his game?
Well, I think his strongest suit is just his size and his ability to make contested catches. And he's got the size and I think the strength to be able to win on some of those battles, from what he needs to do to improve, just like any other rookie. I mean, he's got to get up to speed with these quarterbacks. He's got to get the playbook down. He's got to get, his footwork and technique better. He's got to be able to get off of press when physical DBs are going to challenge him. A whole lot on his plate early. I think all these guys, are going to have to prove that they can play on special teams in order to find a way on the field early. And I look at the Titans receiving core, and obviously Calvin Ridley and Van Jefferson and Tyler Lockett. I mean, those three guys have all played in the league for a while. They've got experience. They know what it's like to go through a first season, and it's not easy. And then you've got guys like Elic and Chimere who are going to be doing it for the first time. They're going to be competing with the Bryce Olivers of the world and the Mason Kinseys of the world and Colton Dowell, who hopefully is back up to speed. I like the looks of Bryce Oliver. If I didn't mention him, I mean, James Prochet, I don't want to leave anybody out, but Traylon Burks, we don't know what's happening with him yet from a health standpoint. Jaquan Jackson, I mean, all those guys I mentioned are guys who have been through this before, where some of these rookies are doing it for the first time. So I'm curious to see what the number's going to end up being on the 53 man, what the number's going to be on the practice squad. I think there's room for 6, 7, potentially 8 guys total, when you count practice squad, but we'll see. I mean, and health is a big part of it.
you think definitely going into it, they're probably maybe more leaning on to like seven wide receivers, and then towards that tail end, obviously wide receivers that could play, like you said, special teams and stuff like that, and definitely be like that, right? That factor.
Yeah, but it's hard to say. I mean, because if you're going seven, then you're going lighter somewhere else. And I think this group's got five good tight ends. You get a roster exemption, obviously, with Odukoya, who which makes him probably a candidate for the practice squad. But do you go? I could see them going a little bit heavier there.
Okay.
You got what are you going to do at running back, where you've got five guys competing right now, and wonder how many you're going to keep. I think offensive linemen's got depth for the first time in a long time. So uh, I think we got to see how things play out at other positions, who's going to be impactful on special teams before we can start kind of playing that game.
Definitely. Now, what do you think are some of the things that he needs to clean up that you saw already in practice or just in tape?
Yeah, I mean, that's just getting up to used to the speed of the game and
Mhm.
and being an NFL player. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that you could get a lot out of a
Yeah.
hour practice again that wasn't competitive. They're not in pads. I mean, he's just learning the way of the facility right now and trying to figure out the names of the guys on the team. In time, I mean, this is early May. In time, we'll find out a lot more about him. But so he's got a challenge in front of him just to kind of get up to speed with everything.
Gotcha, gotcha. And before I let you know, let's talk a little bit about the NFL schedule. Any word? Are we playing the home game the first week? What are we doing? You have any idea, any indications? Nothing.
I sometimes get hints, but working for the team, I can't give all the hints away. I mean,
You don't have a shot.
at my previous job at the Tennessean, that was my mission is to try to get the whole schedule or get as many leaks
Yep.
before it's announced. So I start putting leaks out working for the team, then I'm not going to be working for the team anymore. So
Well, I want to do that. I want to do
yeah,
that.
yeah. So I can tell you that they're going to be playing, what is it, nine home games and eight on the road. I think
Okay.
I'm right on that. Or is it eight home games, nine on the road? The 17 game schedule, I'm still adjusting to it, but I think it's 9-8 this year.
Well, I don't want to keep you from doing your job still. Again, appreciate you coming on. Love when you do come on. Always like hearing your insight, and you do a fantastic job. And you don't have to tell me the schedule. I don't want you to lose your job because Titan Nation would be pissed off at me, and I would be pissed off at myself. So we love you, Jim. We want you here, all right? So you ain't going nowhere. So good.
And it is nine home, eight
It
away. Playing at home, I can tell you inside scoop. Playing Houston, Indy, Jacksonville, Chargers, Chiefs, Patriots, Rams, Saints, and Seahawks at home, and Texans, Colts, Jaguars, Cardinals, Broncos, Browns, 49ers, and the Raiders on the road. I
all
can
right.
tell you.
Well, you know what? Maybe I'll see you. Maybe I'll see you in Vegas. There you go.
Sounds good. I know you had some good Mexican restaurant recommendations for me out in Vegas when I was out there for the Super Bowl. So maybe I have to try one of those spots this
Yeah,
time.
definitely, man. Like I said, there's another one called, I think it was called like the crazy dog or the wild dog. Like I said, man, that hot dog had everything you wanted, and it was only like $10. It was
Okay, I got to try. I'm actually going to Vegas this summer with as part of a vacation. So I need to get those recommendations from you
okay.
again.
Just I'll give you a quick text and we'll make it happen so you can try it out. All right, Jim.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on, man. All right, tighten up.
Okay, have a good day. Appreciate it.